May 20th, 2020, regularly scheduled Planning Commission meeting. Do the Pledge of Allegiance. Lloyd, you want to do it?
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If anyone here would like to speak, you could fill out a slip and bring it up and give it to that lovely young lady up front, and she'd be happy to take it. If you have a cell phone, if you could please put it into the silent mode, we'd appreciate that. Okay, could we get a roll call, Chris?
Commissioner Wolf. Commissioner Rexstad.
Here.
Commissioner Markarian. Commissioner Fellens. Commissioner Fellens.
Here.
Commissioner Brzee.
Here.
Vice Chair Work.
Present.
And Chair Al Gower.
Here. Thank you. Okay, do we have any public comments, Ben?
There were no public slips for items not on the agenda, and then no written comments were received by the 3 o'clock deadline as listed on the agenda, so no public comment.
Okay, thank you. With that, we'll move to the consent agenda. And at the consent agenda, we do have that sign. We could approve that at this point in time without discussion
Wait,
or with discussion.
I think you need to do the minutes before that.
So the consent item includes both the minutes and the sign, and the Planning Commission may pull one for a presentation or approve both as part of the consent item approval.
For both.
Okay.
Okay, I'll make a motion that
We want to do the minutes?
we approve the minutes and the
Consent agenda
consent
one.
agenda, yes.
I second.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Lloyd, motion. Chris, seconded. Any discussion?
I'm
Okay.
invisible.
Huh?
I'm invisible. Nothing, go ahead.
All those in favor?
I,
Aye.
Aye.
Or we'll do a roll call vote for the approval.
oh, that's right, we gotta go through.
We have to do a roll call on that?
Yeah, that way it's easier given
Okay.
the teleconference.
Chris?
Is this for just consent
The
item number
consent
one?
agenda and the minutes.
So both.
Oh, so both.
1 and 2.
Oh, 1 and 2. Okay. Commissioner Wolf. Commissioner Rexstad.
Yes.
Commissioner Markarian.
Yes.
Commissioner Fellens.
Yes.
Commissioner Brzee.
Yes.
Vice Chair Work.
Yes,
And Chair Al Gower.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, with that, we'll just move on to case, is that Angel Ramirez case? Is that what we're gonna? Case number 20-003, a revision to the CUP.
Thank you, Honorable Chairman. The applicant, Angel Ramirez, on behalf of Expressway Tires, has submitted to us case number 20-003, which is the revision to the previously approved conditional use permit, case number 13-132.
The previous, I guess it was a tenant. I thought it was the owners that built that, but apparently not. There was a big problem with parking. I noticed that just driving
Yeah.
by the site, that it was crazy how many cars were there. So if that's been taken care of, which you got off-street park, I mean, it has to be off the street, is that right?
Correct. Employees for the tenant have to park on site.
On site. And what about, I mean, cars that they're going to be working on?
Any sort of service that's being worked on for any sort of vehicles have to be located within the service bays.
Okay. And at night, if they have cars there, they have to go inside?
Correct. There can be no outside storage.
No outside? Okay. Thanks.
And there was the one comment about painting that curb red. Did you had seen that?
So that is fulfilled with the no parking here to corner sign. So I mean, it would essentially take that portion, and it would almost be as if it's painted red, but it's attenuated by the no parking sign.
The red curb itself is actually for a fire lane, and so that has its own separate requirements. But in this case, it would still have the condition limiting parking to meet that requirement without having some of the additional administrative burden for a specific fire lane.
Okay. And there's no traffic issue going up Acacia there? I mean, do we have any kind of a study? Would that affect that neighborhood with traffic?
So the roadway itself right now is built to the ultimate design for the subject property. So as the curb face for the roadway itself was completed as part of the development of this particular project, if a person developed the other side of the street, then they would be required to do those street improvements, but at least the street width is wide enough to accommodate two vehicles. And then certainly vehicle parking now with the omission of that no parking to curb sign.
Okay. Any other comments from our commissioners?
What is the capacity, the parking capacity between the bays and the parking lot itself? I mean, it just looks like it's not that much, but maybe I'm not interpreting it correctly.
So there are 13 parking spaces, which are inclusive of the auto bays.
Okay.
Chris, Kathy, are you there?
I'm here. I don't see I think the traffic being less, and my only concern was the residential streets. But if it's zoned for that, I think the traffic is going to be less as it was presented. I don't have any issue. The other issue is noise. I don't know how we're going to enforce the noise if they have tire machinery versus a regular shop. But those are my only concerns.
Okay. Kathy, you have any comment?
No, I'm good. I think I even agree with one of the people who had a comment here, how they think that this particular business won't be as busy as the previous business. So I think this should be able to accommodate everything better than the previous business.
I think the owners are hoping it'll be busier, but I could be wrong.
So do we have some kind of a motion? Lloyd, you said you were making a motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we approve case number 20-003, revisions and conditional use permits and recommendations A through D.
I'll second.
We have a second by Nee, so do we have any further discussion?
I just say, I understand that kind of a business needing Sunday. I wish you didn't need Sunday. But that's just a personal thing. Nothing that is going to stand in the way of approval or disapproval. It's just a personal desire or personal preference.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay. Chris, could you give me a roll call?
Commissioner Wolf, Commissioner Rexstad,
Aye.
Commissioner Markarian,
Aye.
Commissioner Fellens,
Yes.
Commissioner Brzee,
Yes.
Vice Chair Work,
Aye.
Chair Algauer.
Aye.
Thank
With
you.
that, motion carries. Okay,
Looking forward to you being good neighbors. Okay.
do we have any announcements, Ben? Are you gonna drag us back in a couple weeks for another hearing?
We'll be dragging you guys back. Hopefully, we'll have more at City Hall and less on teleconference, but certainly we'll maintain that capability as long as needed and as prudent to do so. I don't believe we have any items for the first meeting of June. But we will certainly have a meeting the second meeting of June will certainly be scheduled.
Second meeting in June?
So we will have, I'm not sure yet if we'll have the meeting for the first Wednesday of June, but the second normally scheduled meeting, so the third Wednesday of the month, we will have a meeting on that day.
Okay, so we're good till then.
Most likely, yes.
Okay. Okay, with that, any other comments from any commissioners? With that, meeting adjourned.